Once arriving to the hotel in Berlin, we literally had a 6-hour nap. We must have both really needed it. Then we woke up, had something to eat in bed, and then went back to sleep. But then the next day we made sure that we did get up and we went for a little bit of an explore and adventure. We found this cool Go Ape kind of thing and thought it'd be really fun to go on, even in the wind. But once we got round to the front, as you'll see, we asked a man if we could get a ticket for it, and unfortunately it's not open until March. So if you're in the Berlin area around March time and this is up your street, then definitely go and check it out. We then went for a little stroll around Berlin's shopping centre, which was fun. It was fun to see some of the shops that we don't have in England. And then when we was outside, it was very windy, at times rained, but nevertheless, we loved our time in Berlin. That evening we went to the ice bar in Berlin, which I couldn't recommend enough. It was so fun. After paying to get in, you wait here where you can see us drinking our lovely cocktails, and that is a free cocktail, or you can also have a free beer. And then when you go into the next room, you get to put on your ponchos and gloves, have a little bit of a talk with the captain, who is actually one of the barmen, and then you get let into this ice bar. Everyone in the ice bar was lovely, and we actually met some lovely girls as well. In the ice bar, you still get a choice of 2 free shots or 2 free pints of beer, whatever you prefer. Tom started off this dance-off, I suppose you can call it, and wanted to do a bridge. And then this lad was wanting to join in too, and he was actually quite funny because he had one glass of steamed up and one not. The next day we actually went to Tropical Island, and honestly I was so excited, and it was one of my favourite days, maybe Tom's as well. We spent all day here. If I ever record or take pictures of scenery, it's usually water or lights, because I'm actually obsessed, which is why this little montage is here. Enjoy!
Don't be afraid.
Okay. So you can move freely as you want. You can hold here or here. If you want 15 seconds, you want to throw up or something, you can use this.
You've got something for everything, haven't you? There's something for everything here. You've got a flare? Oh my god. It's alright, they've got a little sit bag just in case. Oh my god. Don't, you're recording me?
Oh no! I'm so sorry. It is actually quite high. It is actually quite high.
Cheers for that, babe. Yeah. I paid €25 to do this with my phone.
Stand up!
No! You're alright, no way.
Where is it? Shula. It's not. Where? This is beautiful.
I've not seen him do that with anybody else. I'm not being funny.
We're favourites. Guten Tag! Guten Tag!
Hashtag.
Ashgang.
Hashtag. Babe, hold on. Babe, hold on.
I'm holding on.
Don't hold on to that one, because I don't think that's legit. Hold on to a proper one.
They're all the same.
I don't want to die.
No.
Pretend to faint and make them laugh even more.
You're J-Max. Something keeps falling off. Get ready. Hello. I came back on my own apparently.
I fainted the whole
He
time.
pretends he's fainted.
The next day we went and got a train to Legoland. It wasn't as big as we thought it would be, but it was still really fun to go to and have a look at. We was searching and going around in circles basically to find this Legoland, and then once we got there we did queue up, and the woman basically asked us if we had any kids with us, and we was joking and said we are the kids, but unfortunately that part of the Legoland that we really wanted to go to, they was only allowing adults with kids in. You couldn't be an adult on your own and go. But either way, we still found a shop, and that was pretty cool to look into too. So the journey was not wasted. We offered to take a picture for this couple, and they happened to have a Polaroid camera, and then they offered to take a picture of us, and very kindly did it on their Polaroid camera. So we got this cute little Polaroid picture of us and the very tall giraffe, which is now in my purse, which I think is very cute, and it was very nice of them too. So in this vlog there are a lot of lift videos, and one reason is because I do think it's really pretty, especially this one, pretty scenery. However, another reason is, if you haven't already figured it out, Tom does have a little bit of a fear of heights when he doesn't feel safe, and in lifts he doesn't feel safe, and that hot air balloon, but I find it absolutely hilarious. So that is one reason, and I just wanted to include it. So I just want to point out that one reason why I am wearing that hoodie the whole time is just simply because I wasn't very organised. If you watched my video before, you might remember that it was just a massive rush, and yeah, I just didn't pack accordingly, but I don't regret anything because it kept me nice and warm. I do like the colour of it as well. I just wanted to just point out that that's the reason why I'm always wearing that hoodie. So this is our hotel in Amsterdam. We only managed to really get to the hotel, sleep for a few hours, and then go to the ferry, because we had to get to the ferry earlier due to the winds. They wanted to leave earlier to avoid the heavy winds in Amsterdam. But I loved this hotel. It was right next to the McDonald's, which is the dream, but also the train and tram services too. But yeah, once we woke up, we just went to the ferry port and then got the ferry when it was time. But I'd definitely go back to that hotel, and definitely want to go back to Amsterdam to just see the sights and yeah, experience it. But there's always time for that. When we got to the front of the ferry, I thought it looked pretty cool. I thought we was going to drive in. We was both a little bit confused with this, but you could basically see from where we started driving from the bus down just a little bit past where you can see to the left, and yeah, we could have basically walked to the ferry itself, but hey ho, we got on the bus and then we got off the bus, took our luggage off, which was quite scary because we was right next to the water, which you'll see in a second, so someone's case could have fell in the water, but luckily nobody's cases fell in the water. And then we walked and made our way onto the ferry. Oh, I got one, I think.
That was good, that.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So after risking our lives, basically, we explored the ship a little bit more, found some rooms that we didn't really know was there, which was cool and fun. And in this room we got some complimentary, if you want to call it that, drinks and cookies and whatnot. And then we found the disco. We were the first ones there.
Okay, one for the gram. Hey, hey, hey!
After partying with the bar staff, who was actually hilarious, we explored the ship some more, but got to here and thought that's abort mission. It was so windy and rainy, we decided not to. So last night I had a little bit of seasick, so there's not really much else to show you on the ferry, but I thought I'd end it with this beautiful scenery as we're about to get off.